Hello and welcome to the Games Vault podcast, episode number 2. We are your hosts, Tyler.
Hello.
Brett.
Hello.
And I am Chris. Today we've got some more gaming news for you today over the last week and things that we've found. We're going to be discussing Fallout. And towards the end, we're going to have a bit of a community segment where we're going to have a bit of a chat about an indie game that I've come across. So let's get started.
You're listening to the Games Vault podcast.
Alrighty, so before we get started, I want to take a bit of a opportunity to thank the wider community over the last sort of few days since our first episode that we released. The amount of, I guess, support, downloads, and listens that we've had have actually, I think, really blown us away in the response that we've had. So I just want to take this, and we want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who has listened to episode 1 and has provided us with reviews and feedback on it. I couldn't have sort of imagined it took off as it did. You know, it was absolutely amazing. The support behind people out there has just been fantastic. So big thank you to everyone out there.
Thanks for that.
That has been listening. Thank you very much. So if you are listening to this, we want to continue to, improve this show as much as possible. So if you have downloaded this one and you're listening to it, thank you very much. If you can take the opportunity to leave us a review, and provide us on that feedback, go for it, whether it's positive or negative. We want to make this the best show we can for you. And if you get the chance and you do like the content, then, please subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. It means we're on the right track with what we're wanting to achieve here. So let's get into it. News. So, Brett, we're going to start with you. What have you got in news over the last week?
So this is very interesting to me and probably most PC gamers. Just a bit of information on the Steam sales coming up. So we always like those. Basically, but what they're doing is they're actually changing the formula for the upcoming sales. So they're not doing daily deals and flash deals anymore.
What? That was like the best part.
So this is actually, I've got something here from like Eurogamer. They got a message directly from Valve, just to like quote them verbatim. We'll still be highlighting your top games on the front page for 24 to 48 hour spans, but those products will stay at their most competitive discount before and after being featured. So it's not a major change, but it does make the sale a lot more valuable for customers. It allows to build sale features that recommend, etc. So basically, it's not going to be like you have to grab it that day or whatever. You can just, if it's on sale, it's on sale.
So the main games are going to be at their sale price for the entire duration.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So it gives me even longer time or more of time to justify.
Yeah, and it'll probably, it's going to get them, I think it would get them more sales because, it's going to be for sale longer. And the dates are...
Don't sleep through that 8-hour flash sale.
So they do an annual fall sale, like, autumn sale, which is November 25, December 1, and the winter promotion will be available December 22 to January 4. So that's the 2 dates.
Christmas.
Yeah,
perfect timing.
Winter in America.
Of course.
That's winter sale for them. So
yeah, no, of course. I always find the winter sales the best. Winter and summer, I always feel are the best ones for Steam. It seems to. I don't think I've come out of a winter or a summer sale where I haven't got like at least 10 games.
So now's a good time to tag your games that you put them in your the wish list, and they might pop up on your sale. So
yeah, exactly. I've got a bit of a large wish list, so hopefully some of those
you've got loads of games that you just buy and you don't even end up playing them, do you?
Yeah. I am the normal stereotypical Steam player. I buy shit and don't play it.
Yeah.
I think I got 99 games, so I'm looking for that number 100.
Oh God, I've got about 15 in my
collection. I would have around that, I think.
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure.
I'm looking for my number 100. I want to make it memorable.
Could have been Fallout.
Could have been. It could have been.
Wasn't good segue right there.
Yeah. Well.
No, we got more stuff.
We got more stuff.
More shit.
Also, the Samsung Gear VR has released its consumer version in the US today, which is sort of currently retailing for $99 US. Still waiting for it to come to Australia and the UK. All those prices.
You've been able to buy the Innovator kit before.
Yes.
I don't know if there's that much difference between the two. You actually couldn't get the Innovator kit in Australia, unfortunately.
Well, listen, I mean, I haven't paid like a great deal of attention to it. I've got an Apple iPhone, so for me it's useless, so I can't use it.
What's your VR option?
Oculus Rift is my VR option when it eventually comes out.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for those pre-orders. They were supposed to be late this year. Pre-orders were supposed to open, and
I'm feeling like might not happen.
well, it's pretty late in the year now, so
Yeah.
it's most likely going to be being pushed back. But I do have a bit of information here, which has come off of CNET. So in terms of the good for the VR, so this is CNET's discussions, obviously not ours because we haven't touched or played around with it. It's obviously a very decent price for what it is. If you want to quickly get into the the VR gaming sort of market, or you want to see what they've got to offer, headset's supposed to be pretty light and offers a completely cordless experience, which I guess is one of the advantages.
The thing is that there's not
Oculus
much content for it.
No.
It's like similar to what we've got Google Cardboard here, which we've been playing around with, and it's pretty cool idea and stuff. But there's fuck all for it.
That's right. And then the bad that the CNET have picked up is that it only works with some of the most recent Samsung phones. So not even all of them. So not only are you reduced to certain Samsung phones, you're also
S6
reduced to content.
and Note 5.
So my S3's
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
S3 would just explode.
Yeah.
Put it in there.
But look, they've given it an overall 8 out of 10, considering it's 99 US, and it's sort of the first consumer VR product that's really sort of come out. I'm not talking development kits from
No, it
Oculus
is
or anything
really.
like that, but
Actually,
it
is the first.
This is it. Looking forward to what the Oculus Rift brings next year. That's going to be awesome. And then also Sony have announced that they're doing a PS4 to PS2 backwards compatibility. So I don't know.
Am I the only one who just thinks I know a lot of people like backwards compatibility, and people are probably not going to like me for saying this, but who gives a shit?
Look, I think. Look, I'm not going to be playing some old PS2 games.
Because Xbox One have just kind of done that,
Yes.
a load of old. But why are you playing old games?
Nostalgia.
Classics, maybe.
I
You
mean,
can get
we were just
if they're really old games.
you were just talking 10 minutes ago about getting your old
I'm-
Sega Mega
I'm
Drive.
talking- yeah, but they're not like for that. That's like you can play that. You can just
Yeah.
get an emulator and play those on
Yeah.
your computer.
Yeah.
But games that were made in the say 5-year-old games or whatever, they're sort of they're still not old enough to be really kind of retro, but they're
There's probably a
just
market out
shitty
there.
versions of ones that are. I
people
mean, yeah,
with
there
just
obviously is a market because they're
huge
doing
collections
it.
of
I don't really
games.
offend people.
Yeah.
If, I'm sure there's people who like it.
No, probably. Yeah, there would.
But that
be.
was a big thing with PS4 and Xbox One was that it didn't have backwards compatibility. PS4 does to PS3, doesn't it? But now they're adding PS2. Is that right or not?
No, there's
Is
no
there
PS3 backwards.
Oh, there isn't.
No,
Okay.
there's not.
Oh,
So they're
it's a weird leap.
So I'm more of an Xbox person, but I know that they had a bit of a sad about
Yeah.
that. But I just think
I think it was because with the PS3 stuff, it was the technology that sort of stopped it from being used on the PS4. But with the PS2 compatibility as the emulator technology that you're going to be able to download, maybe that kind of goes, well, if you can do it for that, you can do it for the PS3. But
I suppose
Don't know.
downloading old games is kind of cool. But if it's people that have an old game, it's you probably have the console anyway, unless you've broken it
yeah,
or whatever.
maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what type of reaction that has. But yeah, for me, I'm not going to be jumping on the PS2 stuff, doing things like this and YouTube. I want to keep moving forward and seeing what else
Too
is
many
out there.
current games to play.
There's way too many current games to play.
yeah.
There's way too many awesome-looking games that are coming up over the next few months into
and
next year.
Alter Beast. We'll get to that.
Altered Beast. I actually got that on my mobile through the App Store a
really?
few months ago, and I didn't realize actually how short the game was.
Yeah,
As a
it's
kid playing it.
4 levels.
Yeah, as a kid playing it, I thought it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
I still
But
haven't been
playing
able
on
to
the iPhone.
complete it. It's
Really?
it's hard to finish it. It's hard,
90s games were hard.
Yeah.
considerably harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this? Save stuff. And
But I can get
save points.
I can get right to the end of the 4th world, but then it's
Yeah.
you just get caned.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
I think I got to the 2nd level where you're in the swamp, and I couldn't get past the
Turn
final boss.
into the dragon.
Yes, and I couldn't get past the electric eye.
Oh, that's
ball.
easy.
I couldn't do it on my
You just-
phone. It was
Oh right.
I
You just
remember-
mash the electric button, and you
Yeah.
just hover
all
near
the
near
eyeballs.
eye,
Yeah.
and you can kill it in about 3 seconds.
Didn't work
Bit
for
of a
me.
bit of a tip there for the listeners at home.
Just get your phone
if you
and
haven't
smash it against your table.
If you haven't worked that one out, since it came out.
So there you go. So that's it in news for this week. You've got the Samsung VR has been released, PS4 to PS2 backwards compatibility, and
Steam sales.
the Steam sales coming up in the next couple of months. So nearly forgot that.
Good time.
Today, we're talking Fallout 4. So it's been out for the last couple of weeks. Myself and Brett have at least finished it. We are waiting on Tyler.
Story mode, that is.
The story mode.
Yeah.
No, by no means have we finished the entire game.
What do you reckon you've done as far as 100%, like sort of 50?
It's hard to even know
Do you even
because
get-
I'm still constantly finding new areas.
Yeah.
Even like after I was playing a bit last night, even after I finished it, and I still was discovering new areas and new settlements and stuff. So
Still plenty to do.
yeah, heaps. There's no way I could even know how much there is still.
No.
There. I mean, there's that 400-hour thing that I heard.
Yeah, I'm just over 30 hours playtime now.
Yeah,
and yes,
that's
I did focus on the story quite a bit. It took me, I think, once I started, it took me about 10 and a half hours before I realized I've still got a story to follow.
Yeah, you get off track pretty easily. Don't you?
Oh, so easy. So, oh, look, a building. Oh, the stuff. Kill it. What's that over there? Another building.
Yeah, and
oh,
then
more
just-
stuff.
Yeah, 4 hours later.
Yeah, so it's an awesome game. Absolutely love it. I'm still going back to play it now so I can continue with building up my skills and my perks and whatnot, and building up my settlements. I think it's absolutely amazing. I never played Fallout 3 or 2 or 1. So for me, Fallout 4 was the first to get me into the Fallout universe. So I had no sort of pre-expectations and things like that. I mean, after completing it, I went back and watched some Let's Play videos of Fallout 3 to look at the difference between them. But overall, it's absolutely amazing.
How did the graphics look in those videos? Because from my recollection, they were fantastic, but we're going back quite a few years now.
Yes, yeah. So visually, I thought Fallout 4. It's
Pretty good.
Look, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's no Star Wars Battlefront
Yeah.
visual. And when you look it back to Fallout 3, obviously Fallout 4 looks better than Fallout 3. But I didn't think it was enough of a
Not much
leap.
of a leap. Yeah.
It is a different engine as well. Like Fallout 3 to Fallout 4 is a completely different engine, I think.
But even by 2015
I don't know if
standards.
that's right, because it's Creation Engine, which is Skyrim. It's the same engine as Skyrim.
Okay.
But going from Skyrim to that, they haven't. It does. I find the game looks like, depending on the time of day, looks a lot of the time it does look really great and amazing. Sometimes it's like when
Yeah.
it's foggy,
Yes.
it looks
God, those are
nice.
good, yeah.
When like when the sun's coming up, it looks beautiful. When you have those like radiation storms that come in, looks really really cool. When it rains and it's like the green clouds.
I've only
and
got
thunder.
that in one area.
It's the
No,
glowing
it
sea.
happens. It does happen.
Does it?
Yeah, just kind of randomly, and
okay.
and every time the lightning strikes, you actually get a dose of rads.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I haven't
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
that. I haven't seen that.
I don't know. It's like it just rains on you, and but
Yeah.
it looks cool.
I've only seen that sort of radiation environment by the glowing sea.
Yeah, no, it's
down in the
the whole world can
southwest.
turn into that. Depending.
Okay,
on
I
the weather.
haven't
I'm surprised
seen
you
it.
haven't in 30 hours.
No.
I've had it happen about 5 times.
No, haven't. I mean, look, I've
Okay.
seen rain and storms, but I haven't seen
You weren't getting
green.
radiation.
No, haven't come across that.
Yeah, right. So kind of the graphics is like it's one of those things that in the right situation it
looks
looks
good.
really good.
Yes.
Generally, not being too close to stuff is good. When you
Yes.
go too close,
Yeah.
I found a lot of times the textures are quite poor.
Yes.
Or they don't even load up properly.
Yeah.
And the faces and stuff like that, they're sort of it just is showing its age, the engine.
Yeah, and I think that was a little bit, I guess, disappointing in that sort of graphical comparison between 3 and 4. We're nearly 2016. That Fallout 3 was 2007, 2008, and there wasn't that much of a leap graphic-wise, except for environmental, like you say, the rain and the fog, like when the sun rays come down, splitting buildings and things like that. But the textures of buildings, if you're too close, are sort of like,
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like I never found it was real. It would take away from the game. I would never be like, oh, these graphics suck, so therefore I'm not having as good a time as I would.
no, gameplay over visuals.
But it's sort of it's not just that though. It's also because it's an old engine. The physics and stuff like that are quite primitive.
Yeah.
Like just companions just kind of running around and kind
Yes.
of just getting stuck in things.
Yeah.
And, the stupid dog just being an idiot. And,
Yeah. gets in your way in
The cow in your
doorways.
house.
Yeah, like I've got a cow like inside my house now, like one of those big cows, like
some
you
reason.
know with the packs on. What are they called? I don't know. You
Oh,
know, the
like
traveling
like
things.
the pack mules.
Yeah, it's just
But
stuck.
pack
It's
cow.
just stuck. It's like stuffed into like a cupboard or something, and it's
Yeah.
just like, and it's just stuck there, and it's been there for about 10 hours, and it won't move.
Shoot it.
Well, I don't know. I quite like it now.
But it's got a
You can,
permanent
can you
place in my
steal
house.
their? I've never killed one of those, but you can steal their stuff, can't you? Do they have like loot
don't
on
know.
them? It's carrying shit.
Well, I don't know. I thought it was from the trader. Like you speak to the trader or something.
Yeah, the old woman.
Have you mucked around with?
No,
trader?
I not really. No.
yeah.
okay.
But so with so just
Set
saying.
fire to the house, maybe.
Well, yeah,
Burn it down.
yeah.
Scrap the house. Nuke it. Mini
the
nuke
house.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't used the nuke yet.
Actually,
Oh, really?
No.
give me a shout if you're going to nuke it because I want to watch that.
we might do that. And
I think you.
upload a video.
Yeah, you have to
Quick save
record it.
before.
We want to put some stuff up on YouTube for the Games Vault page, so we might
Yes.
maybe that can be a
Mini nuke a cow.
the,
I like it.
the initial video of
Monta-
nuking a cow.
montage of nukes.
See what happens. But it's the cow's like just sort of staying on the graphics. Like the cow's like it's stuck in like a cupboard, sort of half in a room, and then it's like it's its ass is like coming out the wall.
Lot of clipping, yeah.
And
Yeah.
the clipping's really so. Getting back to what I was saying about the physics,
Yeah.
it's just quite you wouldn't get that probably in like Battlefront and stuff because it's like a much more advanced.
No, it's
engine.
2015. Time to catch up.
I think a lot of people have just come to accept that. It's just like because Bethesda, But
Yeah,
the
well, that
game's
seems
so
to
fun,
be
you
that
just
seems
kind
to
of
be a
like-
thing. Like, 'cause there's a lot of bugs in the game which we want to talk about as well. But Bethesda seem to have like a free pass to just kind of not. It's like they just it's got bugs. That's just Bethesda,
Yeah.
and people are like whatever. So
Yeah, and people shouldn't be. They need to.
should they be able to? It's like should they be able to polish it up a bit more before they release it, or should they have? Because what I think is like games like that are released at a strategic time of year, late November, coming into the holiday season.
Yeah.
That's when they're going to maximize sales.
Yeah.
So that to me just seems like they haven't completely, they finished the game to 98%, needed like another little bit of play testing just to get the bugs out, and
Yep.
they'll probably patch it out. But is that okay? I guess it is these days. It's
I
like,
suppose the advantage these days of having games that are connected online, although it's a single player, it's not online, but having that advantage of being connected online, it's almost like they've now got a bit of leeway to just go, there's something wrong, we'll just patch it later.
it's almost like
As opposed to finishing the game
sort of
before
culture
release.
developed of just basically unfinished games coming out.
Yeah.
Like Assassin's Creed Unity and that,
Yeah.
for what's it called, Far Cry 4.
Yep.
That was just ran like complete shit. It had stuttering and
Did it?
and they
Yeah.
it took them a couple of months to fix it.
It seems to be like, a rush to get the game out so they can get their sales.
And again,
then we'll just fix it later.
those two
Batman
games.
Arkham City, my
Well,
God.
those two games I was talking about.
Was it Arkham Knight?
Arkham Knight, sorry. Yeah.
Those two games came out in November. It's the same kind of thing. So I imagine they have a deadline, and it's just like, well, fuck
Probably.
it, we'll just release it and patch it out later.
Yeah.
But Arkham Knight, I mean, that
Yeah.
obviously had to be completely pulled from the market.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
some-
exactly. And that's just...
And it's still broke. It's still fucked.
Yeah, no, it is. I picked up Arkham Knight, and waited for it to be fixed, and then audio would cut out, it would freeze during like slow motion last hit
Yeah,
type thing. So it
stutters
just
and
didn't work. But
The other thing about Fallout is it doesn't. So recently I got another GTX 970. I was like, this would be awesome for Fallout 4. No SLI support.
it's fine.
So your
So-
Christmas present's kind of
Well, it just doesn't.
Gone to
It
waste.
makes no difference. And that's
to Fallout.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's irritating.
yeah, that's it. It just hasn't got the graphics there.
And they're like, well, we're gonna add that at some point. But and they said that about Batman Arkham Knight doesn't have SLI support either.
Yeah.
And again, they said, yeah, we're gonna add it.
Yeah.
Recently, last week, they were like, nah, we can't.
CBF?
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's already fucked.
too
So we're not
hard.
going to
The
try and
game's-
make it too more fucked.
Yeah, you can't polish a turd.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
said, good fun games.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Batman. Yeah,
Batman was good
talk
fun.
about Batman.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Fallout.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
so-
Let's just- we'll go off on a tangent quite easily. So I'm about.
So graphics, just yeah, so
like-
it's like, and sometimes when you go
average.
up in the air and stuff, in one of those little helicopter things,
Yes.
vertibirds,
Yep.
and you look down, it looks pretty poor. Like
Yeah.
it's like doesn't. It's
Yeah.
like it's like the engine's
Unless
not
you're
designed to be up
unless
in
it's
the air.
nighttime and you simply can't see the buildings.
Yeah, well, that's
then
all
it's
right.
like you can't tell.
Yeah, it looks amazing. The black.
So no, the graphics do sort of, I think, for a 2015 game, next generation, even though it's current generation.
Yeah.
It's current now, isn't it?
It's been what? How many years since the?
3, is it?
Yeah,
2?
it's called
I don't know.
current now, people. It's not next. It's now.
I don't think they say next gen anymore, do they?
Don't they? I don't know.
You might. You just did.
No, that's because I haven't. I still hear next gen. It's like no. fuck off. It's now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it needs to be better graphics wise.
One thing that shat me is the. I mean, I love the game, and we'll get onto that. But the trailer looked sensational graphic wise, and then when you actually play the game,
always
it's kind of
do.
like, ugh.
Did they have a disclaimer at the bottom? Not in game.
Yeah, same with Batman Arkham Knight. Actually, it looks so fantastic on the trailer, and it just
Because
didn't-
it's running on probably like
Pre-rendered stuff.
fucking quad
Oh,
like
yeah.
980s,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
With
well, although it doesn't spoil Sly. So.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for the trailer. The trailer supported SLI.
yeah.
Just to
They just
sucker you
just
in.
for that bit they made it.
Yeah, so combat. So I had a lot of fun with the combat. I thought it was a
VATS.
lot of fun. The VAT system. How, from your two perspective, how does the combat feel in comparison to Fallout 3?
Very similar from what I remember. VATS was the same, except for the targets move in slow motion now as opposed to stopping completely.
Yep.
More realistic. That's good. Yeah.
I don't know if it's realistic. Is it? Just, I mean, you can
just-
slow time down.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
we can all do that. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Bandit over there, just stop.
Yep, stop
Yeah.
while I
Let me just
decide.
aim at you
I like-
and
yeah.
pull a couple shots off.
I like that you can't just stop and really. You have to kind of move a bit faster.
I think it's
now.
better. I prefer it that they move, and
Yeah.
but I really like combat in Fallout because I really like being able to like kind of pause it and then look through my weapons
decide, yeah.
and just kind of make strategic alterations to my
Yeah.
my plan as I'm going.
Yeah.
And I found they've actually worked quite a lot on the gun play and stuff like that. Like the
Yeah.
guns are they got more sort of kickback and
They don't damage. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. But just like in combat, they just
Yeah.
sort of they just feel better. Like it was very in Fallout 3, it was just not that good. It wasn't very engaging.
Do you remember? Did they have bayonets and things in 3? Because I like the bayonets in this one.
It's
Yeah,
cool that
they're
you
a
can
lot of fun.
attach them to a weapon.
Yeah,
I
you
don't-
stick a
can't
giant
remember, but-
Bowie knife on the end of any gun. It's good fun.
Yeah, it's good. I love the weapon modifications.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm really.
Oh
into that.
yeah, I
Yeah.
finally unlocked gun nut per level 2, so now I can put silencers on all my guns, which has made a
Oh,
huge
you'd be loving
difference.
Yeah.
My
So
rifle.
you play like Tyler normally plays as a stealth.
Yeah.
He likes the stealth option.
yeah.
Yep.
So have you found? Because I remember in Fallout 3 you couldn't really do it.
It's
So if you alert one person,
Yeah.
does the whole camp get alerted? Does it still? Like
it still shits me to tears. And even playing last night, I had this. I walked into a camp of about 6 super mutants, headshotted one. He went down. No one in his vicinity could see or hear what happened.
did you fire?
But they all came running.
But if you fire a gun, obviously
Silence,
they're going to hear it. Oh, silence.
rifle makes no noise at all.
makes no.
Took his head off. He fell down,
Yeah, okay.
and then immediately on the radar, 6 little red dots appeared as to say, "What the fuck was that?" And then rockets started coming my way. Whereas
Yeah.
there's no way they could have known.
So you can't really do it.
I was even behind a building, so
Yeah.
there was no view of me at all, and yet people just started coming straight at me.
So what is the point of the silencer then?
I can usually kill 4 or 5 people before they get to me, and as long as no
But
one's...
how does the silencer assist you if they automatically know where you are? If you've
They
shot
know
their friends?
slightly less. Without the silencer, they'd all come running. With the silencer, you get a few more seconds. So it's... I enjoy
Do
it.
you think they know your general vicinity?
Yeah, usually, sometimes yes and sometimes no. It's kind of hard to explain.
Well, you can hear them like when you're creeping around. You can like hear, with raiders, they'll speak. So they'll be like, "Oh, what's the noise?" And
Yeah.
you can kind of hear them like they kind of
Yeah,
roughly.
you get
know
a
there's something
caution
going
warning.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they've tried to kind of address that with that,
Yeah.
but still,
I think it's kind of hit and miss because sometimes I'll be inside a building and that'll be really good fun. I'll be crawling through and just headshotting people one at a time, and people will often get alerted to someone's presence, but they'll go back to their patrols in about 10 seconds. And other times they'll all just come running at you. I mean, it's hard to say what's realistic or not, having not shot people with
the
a silenced
AI
rifle.
the
myself.
AI is pretty poor.
Yeah,
I think
it
it's-
is. And especially when your companion just goes running out there once you made your first silenced shot, they think
Yeah.
that's signal to start attacking. Very
Yeah.
frustrating.
I know there's definitely some times when I was with the dog and I'd be crouching and be hidden and,
Yeah.
the dog will crouch as well and his ears are back. So he's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
in stealth mode.
Yeah.
And I'm like just sort of peering over to see what's going on and he just wanders off.
Yeah.
And starts attacking. I'm like, no, I am hidden. You've
Yeah.
acknowledged that you're hidden as
Yeah.
well because you're crouching with your ears down. Like, what? Let's
Have you
sort
had
this
the
out.
dog like where you'd be trying to like disarm some tripwires and the dog just goes charging through them and just blows everything up?
No, because I
He is good at
thought
finding
that
lines.
maybe something happens. So every time I see like a tripwire, I'll always like kind of go,
Stay.
you stand over there and
Yeah.
stay. and then
Or
I'll
send
go
him
shoot
into it. You go over there,
Yeah.
investigate.
Well, take the hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Because obviously, once the combat's over, the dog doesn't need a stim pack; he just gets back up.
Yeah,
so
yeah. The immortal
don't always need to give him.
companions are a bit funny
Yeah.
too.
yeah, it's like super mutant suicide nuke bomber comes
Okay.
running over and blows up the dog,
Yeah,
and
it's
the dog's like, "Yeah, look, I'm
But
got
you
a bit
can't
of
have
a
them
sore
die
leg."
because they would all be dead.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I
like
suppose.
I know it's like it's not a realistic game. Obviously,
Yeah, for a start,
you can
it's
fire a
game.
nuclear weapon at
game.
someone and like they're fine.
Yeah,
Some
and,
of them.
well, more like you're
Yeah.
still fine after
Yeah.
firing off a nuclear
Mini nuke.
mini
Come on,
nuke.
Mini nuke.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
It's fine.
Sorry, that is realistic.
Yeah, because, yeah.
Stand corrected.
Exploration. So I've got, I think, look, I probably really don't know how much of the map I've actually got explored, but I know if you look at it, sort of my northeast corner and southwest corner of the map has a lot of open space.
Yeah, mine too.
Mine's sort of like really sort of from
Haven't even been down there
the
yet.
northwest cutting through to the southeast. Look, there's a lot of icons
Sorry
on my
to interrupt
screen
you
now, so
there.
I don't.
I
don't
just
understand where
got
to go.
the Vertibird option in the Brotherhood of Steel. Now, can that guy take you anywhere you haven't been before, or do you have to have been there?
I haven't used it yet.
I haven't gotten up to that.
Because the guy, he gives you these little grenades which signal for them to come and pick you up in the helicopter.
Oh, really?
And take
Yeah.
you anywhere you want to go.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming with fast travel, those are irrelevant unless you can signify somewhere you haven't been yet.
Oh yeah, because how would that be helpful?
Because I just made a huge...
It must be like
Maybe
to
you
places you,
wanna-
haven't been.
Yeah, I
Maybe
just
you wanna
made a
jump on
huge
the
long
gunner
walk
seat.
to get to this stupid glowing sea.
Yeah.
And when I got there, I realised, shit, I could have had them fly me over here. So I'm going to try that tonight, I think.
But do they come with their guns and stuff and shoot everything?
I don't know. I met the elder from the Brotherhood of Steel, and he said, "Here's some grenades. Use them when
Yes.
you need to be picked up and transported somewhere."
I've
Yeah.
had some great moments with them where I've just been like going in to do, I'm like, okay, I've got to take a super mutant base, and just out of coincidence, a Vertibird will come flying along,
Yeah.
and this like huge
And-
battle will break out,
yeah.
and they just kill
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's good.
I definitely love those random moments. I've had a few of those where I'm just standing there, like, looking at my phone, trying to, message maybe you two,
Yeah.
and I just sort of like look up, and all of a sudden I see this
Yeah.
explosion. I'm like,
I like you could feel the
Where
nukes
did that
go
come
off.
from?
Like, the whole
Yeah.
screen shakes. Yeah.
and next thing you know, the explosions are going off left, right. Then I go, oh, what's going on over there? And I go over, and there's a Vertibird
Yeah.
shooting down at
yeah,
me.
that
So
giant,
like,
that
all
giant
right.
tower, that really big tower. I saw like two Vertibirds and they're like circling it.
Yeah.
And there was like rockets come flying out of
Yeah.
the tower, and it was just like
Yeah.
ridiculous battle going
Yeah,
on. And I was,
those
so
random
cool.
moments are actually a lot
so
of fun.
Cool.
I was watching Brett play yesterday, and remember this Vertibird just crashed into the ocean.
Yes.
Completely unannounced.
Yeah,
and scared
yeah,
the shit
that's
out of
right.
both of us.
Yeah, yeah.
With no idea
And it was
why.
on fire underwater.
Yeah.
It was like I went under. I went in to see if I could salvage something, and it was
Yeah.
just like it was just burning.
It was just burning.
Underwater.
It was just
Yeah.
burning.
It was radioactive fire.
Yeah.
Feels Bethesda.
It's science, man. Radioactive. Can't put that out.
Well, yeah, it's realistic after all. So at the moment, what skills or perk trees are you sort of really focusing on?
Focused more on perception and agility, so good at hiding and lots of points to spend in VATs. Plus the ninja perks, the gun nut perks, the sniper, the rifle stuff.
Yep.
Rifle upgrades. So pretty much such that people can't see me very well, and all my guns do significantly more damage than they would originally. And then when you're unseen, you get 2 or 3 times more damage as well. So
Okay.
The first thing I did was do the lock picking and the computer hacking.
Yes.
Because it's like you've got all these areas that you can't access.
Yeah.
And you might think, oh, I'll just come back later when I can do master and
Yeah.
expert. But
Yeah.
it doesn't happen. So
Yeah.
I figured I got those done. And then I've just been quite general with it.
Yeah.
Because there's so many good ones. It's, every time it's so hard to
it
pick.
is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll spend like 10 minutes looking at it. Just, oh, fuck.
Yeah. I think I've been deciding based off what's going on at the time. So I started off with perception and agility
Yeah.
because of the VAT system. And then I was just, chuck a few points here and there into like luck so I can get
A bit of charisma. is
hopefully
good,
get a bit of
some more
ammo. And then I
health.
realized if you want to get the store traders for your settlements, you need to have charisma and get the local leader up. So I got that. And then I sort of realized that the intelligence perk for each star gives you more experience.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, okay, let's go with that.
That's helpful.
And then I got then a lot of cores for my power armor, particularly once I found the Exo 1 power armor. I think I was reading that's supposed to be the power armor.
Put
in the
that
game
up on
you
the
want.
page.
Yeah, that's up on the Facebook page at the moment. So that was a nice little find. But then I sort of realized, oh, okay, if this is meant to be it, let's work on this. And I realized, oh, you actually need to have like a lot of intelligence to get your science and armor stuff.
Yeah,
up.
like I did.
So I'm like, now I'm focusing on that.
The
so I
gun,
can
the
work
gun
on
nut
this.
and the armor perks are awesome.
Yes.
'Cause
Yeah.
I really love the
I think I
modification.
got one in Governor.
Gun nut's good because
I'm like
gun
3
nut
and
2
3.
you can start
Yep.
putting on silencers and stuff, which is
Yeah.
really handy.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
so
I just
I've-
got to level 3 with mine. So
Yeah.
it's quite cool.
Although I'm still trying to work out with the traders how to make money off them. Because when I was reading the description and you put it down, it says having the more people in your settlement, that particular settlement where the store is, increases your income. But I haven't gone and read it, so I don't know if anyone actually.
But have you put those? Have you put those in?
Yeah, I put in like a ammo
Have you
one.
assigned
and a
people
trader.
to it and
yeah,
all that?
Yeah, got them all assigned.
I thought it was just for convenience, so you could buy from them.
Oh, the description said the more people in your settlement, the more income you make.
And if you got them, can't you get sort of resource lanes and shit going between the settlements?
Yeah, I think that might be what I need to do because I haven't done that because I've only been working on the castle. So my castle's got wooden floors and roofs now to make it sort of look like a proper settlement. Wow. I'll get some photos of it. I mean, it looks pretty basic, but it keeps the rain off my head. But then I didn't notice that there's only a certain amount of stuff you can put in your settlement. So if you look at your workshop menu, the top right will be like your happiness meter, but to the right of that there's like a bar, and that is an indicator of how much stuff you can put in the settlement. So I've got to put lights and generators and turrets.
Yeah.
And so the more stuff you put in, the more that fills up. And once it fills up, you can't put anything more in that settlement.
Max it out.
So yeah, so I was sort of like, so there's only so much I can do. So here I am putting wooden floorboards and roofs down just to make the place look nice. I've got all entrances covered with turrets and things like that. But I was like, I want to maybe go 2-story and things like this.
Carpeting.
I got a basketball ring. I put a basketball ring up, but I haven't got a basketball ring.
I got a basketball ring.
I have to go
and
find
little kitty photos as well all over the walls. Do you put the kitty photos up?
I haven't got kitty
photos yet.
Kitty photos?
Yeah, you get little paintings of cats.
Oh, kitty photos.
Kitties.
Oh, I thought you said kitty.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, well, kitty photos are good too.
That's a bit weird.
Oh, okay.
I was like, that's do we need to cut that out?
No, it's
What are you
fine.
doing with kids' photographs?
Tyler's going to jail.
Tyler, like you said, he's the one that looks the youngest in the profile picture.
Yeah, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Cops go to him
When he goes to schools, he doesn't get arrested.
Oh,
I played running. It's
yeah.
great.
No, I need to find a basketball so I can use the ring.
I have a basketball in Sanctuary. It was just laying around, but you can't really
back
do
to
much
Sanctuary
with
to
it.
go.
Yeah.
Well, unless you go pick it up and throw it in the ring, then it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Well, you need to be able to hit, action and select it and go, hey, let's play some basketball.
No. Well, there was you can do gun basketball, which I saw on YouTube, where you can hold the thing in front of your face and then fire a pistol at it, and you get a nice little throw. And there's a video of a guy actually scoring a basket.
Oh, okay.
Doing that.
All right. I have to try that.
Yeah.
Have to give that a shot. So, so I was a little disappointed. So that's the thing with the settlements. When I first started with it, I was it was frustrating me because it seemed like initially saying that just, hey, we advertise you can build bases.
Yeah.
Oh, now we've actually got to think about putting bases in. So it's almost as if the
main thing is though, with the
outside
settlements, right? If you're just like fuck it and don't do anything to help them, which basically is what I do. I just let them starve.
Yep.
It makes no difference to your game.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't, and that's right. It's just another feature that
It is a bit it does kind of feel like they've kind of tacked it on, and just gone now they can advertise base building, and I like it. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But it's it doesn't. It's
thought
not
that
an
would be
integral part of the game in
income,
any way.
But
Yeah, exactly.
yet.
What is the benefit? You got artillery is kind of cool.
they can come to your aid if they're nearby. And
I tried doing that, and they're like, "Oh, we're busy."
Yeah,
Well,
so I guess the more you have, the more.
It's
also
funny
is-
that it's they're busy. It's I just built 5 settlements for you,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
saved your whole world, and you're and I asked for help, and they're just like,
Yeah.
nah.
Well, that's that. For me, the castle got because I think I had 10 people in there, and I'd built it up with defenses and things like that. The institute came and attacked me, and I had an absolute all-out 15-20 minute war against the institute. It wasn't a couple of raiders showed up. There were over 10 courses came.
This might be a spoiler.
No, it's not. It's just a random attack. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just another faction that are out there.
So what you're saying is build up the defenses of the
Remember,
castle?
I was
Maybe.
saying. Remember, I told you that.
I've got nothing in my castle yet, apart from...
So I had
yeah.
when they attacked me.
Yeah.
I had no defense, and it was build up your defenses. Oh fuck! I knew I was going to get attacked.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
went into town. By the time I came back, they were already there, killing everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
So I had nothing. I just had to do it
Yeah. No, it was, so for me, once I started off, certain walls, because the landscape wouldn't change, you can't modify the landscape or flatten it out.
You could wall off those holes in your stone walls, surely, so they can't actually get in.
I've put the wooden barricades in
Right.
there, and assigned Minutemen to sit there. So if they did, they probably could actually walk up the side and just down, through it. But I've sort of tried to cover.
It'd be
those
interesting to see how the
turrets.
pathfinding went. If you
just block
if you
off
blocked it off
everything.
completely, if someone was trying to invade,
You could
how
funnel
would they
them
get
all
in?
down into one corridor.
You probably could.
Layer it with mines
Yeah,
and miniguns.
you probably
and whatnot.
could.
Yeah.
If
I
you
might.
prepare for the attacks like that, you can
Yeah.
definitely do
I might
that.
try exactly that,
Just
actually.
with the pathfinding, it's kind of getting off topic a little bit, but the bit where you go to the flotilla where there's a load of boats and stuff.
Yep.
Did you find the pathfinding just to be god awful at that part? The dog, I had the dog me, and he was just he'd be swimming, and then he was teleport on top of a boat, and then he would be underwater, and then he was just gone, and then he teleports back again, and then he was just running on the spot, kind of stuck.
Not in that area. because I think I just paid more attention to just killing raiders. But I have had things like that in other areas of the map where
Just because it was like...
dog couldn't get there, and then just all of a sudden
Yeah,
appears.
when you get into a lift, for example,
Yeah.
they pop in there. Yeah.
It's weird when you look away and you look back and they're there. I've had a few
Yeah,
moments with that when I'm with like a companion, like not the dog, and it's like it's almost like a jump moment because you turn around and someone just right there. It's like, oh fuck, like where'd you come from?
Yeah,
Especially
exactly.
if it's Valentine, creepy looking guy.
Yeah.
Nick Valentine, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's cool.
I haven't used him as a companion. I've pretty much just stuck to the dog, even though he pisses me off.
Valentine's good, although he doesn't like it when you steal shit off people, so it's kind of annoying.
I've been using Kate a bit. She's pretty good, but she's quite judgmental. Like if you use drugs, she'll be like, oh, fucking.
Which one's Kate?
Kate's the Irish sort
She's
of
no good.
brawling fighting girl that you find in it's like Combat Zone.
Oh, I haven't gone there yet.
All right, well,
There you
Yeah.
go. Look at that.
And she's
I
cool.
haven't
She'll like she's an MMA fighter or something. So she runs up and
Yeah.
she grabs people like power slams them on the floor. And
Yeah.
then just like double barrel shotguns them in the head. nice move.
Okay. Well, no, I haven't had her.
I just gave her like loads of armor. And I
Yeah.
just realized I was talking to one of my friends today. You can put. I didn't even think about trying it. You can put power armor on your allies. I didn't
Really?
realize that.
Can
No,
you kit out their
really?
ammo, their guns and armor?
Yeah, you can do all that.
Because Nick's just wearing a trench coat and a pistol.
You can
like-
definitely like. I know you can put armor on them. Sorry. All right.
Okay, so you can actually.
Yeah,
I can give
So-
Nick some more better guns and.
Yes, so you can give him. So what you do is transfer the armor, like whatever, like just put
Put
some
it in
armor
his
in it,
inventory.
and then you press T and equip it.
Does that mean he'll get infinite ammo and whatever I give him? Because he's just.
No, you got to give him ammo if you give him guns.
Okay, so his pistol will be infinite. But
And sometimes they pick up guns. Like Kate picked up a flamethrower, and she was using a flamethrower for a while, which
Yeah.
wasn't good because she was flaming me half the time.
Of course. Say no. The other one. Do you know in Vault 111 there's that Cairo freeze gun?
Oh, is that where it
I've
is?
got
There's a freeze gun.
cryo
Oh,
ammo.
I haven't even
Yeah.
gone back there.
No, see, I found out today. There's a trick to get in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's meant to be a glitch or something like that, but hey, it's an in-game mechanic.
How do you do it? I want it.
So if you go back to Vault 111 and in one of the rooms is a lock, you need like a master lock-picking thing for it. If you go and I think click on it to go, oh, you can't do this because you're too high. Bring the dog.
Too high.
Yeah, too high a level. Too high.
Oh, okay. Thanks for
You're
clarifying
not
that.
high enough a level to unlock the master. So you can bring the dog, and then you talk to the dog and go fetch item.
Okay.
And I was watching this on YouTube, and the dog went, okay, woof, off it goes, looks at it, and like just removes it,
Takes the gun.
and brings the gun back to you
Huh.
behind a mastered locked.
That's
pick
all
one.
right.
So-
Another thing Kate can do is pick most locks.
yeah.
Oh,
You can tell her. You can like tell her to pick it, and she'll go do it.
Okay, that's good because I'm trying to get my lock picking up now, so I can go and find when I come across stuff explore. Because I like finishing the main story. That's something that I'm working on now is getting my hacking and lock picking up, so I can explore and
Got
find
a lot
new
of good
things.
guns in safes and stuff,
Yeah.
so it's good to have the lock picking.
Yeah. So, So at the moment, I think in terms of likes and dislikes of the game, like I think we've mentioned a couple times, the AI pathing is
Yeah.
What other bugs have you run into?
bugs.
Bugs.
I walked out a good neighbour last night and a corpse fell from the sky and landed in front of me for no reason
awesome.
whatsoever.
Oh, really?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Was there a building nearby, or was it?
Well,
or do
it
you
was
think
inside
that's
Good Neighbour,
that's
so
an
it's,
odd
you're
one.
kind of in a little quadrangle with buildings all around, and there's nothing up there, but this thing just, as I exit the door, it just in front of my face and smack on the floor.
That's wicked.
That was good fun. I've come to enjoy all the little quirks.
Yeah, I mean,
So
there
you'll
was-
be like, what about when you're having a conversation and then someone walks up and just stands in between you and
front
just
of you,
stares at you?
pushes you out the way.
Yeah,
I was
like
about
it's
to say,
so strange. Again, that's the stupid AI. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just
it's seriously Bethesda. Time to pick that shit up.
pretty funny.
It's just
It's funny.
yeah.
You know what's funny is because they
It's-
left that in. Like
Yeah.
they knew that would happen, and they're like, that's fine to go out like that.
It's it's so bad you might as well just laugh at it. So bugs. I think there was one time I came across a mine site, and because the textures were gone, I ended up like walking off a cliff because I thought the ending of
right.
like the floor was over in front of me, and because the actual cliff then veered off on like
Angled
on an
downwards,
angle. I
yeah.
didn't realize I was walking on an angle, and then eventually I just fell off a cliff. And I was like, oh yeah, awesome, great. The dog gets in my way when trying to get through doorways,
Yeah.
which is probably not as bad as like
That's
you know,
not paladin
paladin
such
dance.
as just bad sort of AI.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair point.
Like I got stuck just in a door. So like a door where I was going into a raider camp, a door
Yeah.
opened and just kind of like I got caught in the hinges or whatever, and like I just couldn't move, and this whole battle was
Yeah.
breaking out, and it was like I had to reload.
Yeah.
So that was annoying.
Yeah. I think other things like similar to what Tyler said about dead body just
I haven't
falling out of the
had
sky.
that. Have you
I've had a.
pretty
I had a
crazy.
barrel. I was walking across to a building. There was a barrel in front of me, and it kind of just like shot up in the air. I was just walking towards it. It just went up. It just shot up in the air and then fell back down. And I was like, oh,
Why
okay,
not?
all right,
Why not?
fine. That was a bit weird, but kind of left me kind of going, oh.
I was having a chat with a woman in Diamond City, and she went to sit down on nothing. So she was
Yep.
just sitting in midair.
Oh, that was like the Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yes.
People used to do that.
Yeah.
They just sit on benches that weren't there.
Yeah. So I enjoyed that. I took a photo of her. Put that on the.
I think Bethesda needs to do better with the dialogue. I think my view on this has changed.
Oh, yes.
My view has
Yeah,
changed on
I
this.
I think it's all right.
It is good, but sometimes the conversations don't make sense. Like someone will come up and say, "How'd you go killing those raiders?" And you'll be like, "Oh, I killed those raiders," and they go, "Oh, okay, thanks." Like,
Oh,
they
yeah, like,
don't flow.
yes,
They
yes,
sound really
yes, yes.
strange.
I suppose it was more, I think, for me, maybe I need to change what I said in terms of the choice and the
You
choices
can't-
you make in the
You
game.
can't always predict what he's going to say based on the selection. Is that what you mean?
Well, I'll give you an example. There was a thing I saw on YouTube because I initially thought, "Oh, this is really cool. Here's my choices. It sounds like I'm making a decision, and this game has been affected by me." But then I saw a video where there was you were in Diamond City. There was the Piper news person and the mayor, and Piper sort of said something about,
when you first get there,
do
yeah.
you agree with the newspaper?
Yep.
And the character kind of goes, yes, I do. And then the mayor turns around and goes, oh, hang on, I didn't mean to get you involved.
Yeah.
And then they go back and show the same thing going, do you agree with the newspaper? And the character turns around and goes, no, I don't. And the mayor turns around and goes, oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean to get you
Yeah.
involved. And it's exactly the same response.
Yeah.
For like one yes and one no. So that, where is the choice in the game if it's just simply going to result in the same answer? So how do you know are you really making a choice?
No.
Minuscule changes.
Yeah.
That's just a bit slack. But there's so much dialogue in the game.
Oh,
there are going to be parts like
there's
that.
tons of dialogue. So there's,
Considering everything's spoken and stuff,
yeah.
The dialogue is awesome. I love chatting
Yeah.
to everybody. I had one situation where I actually yelled at Nick Valentine by accident.
Huh.
And he was chatting to me about who he was. And one of the options were, you're a synth, sort of question mark.
Yeah.
But the guy yelled at him, you're a synth. Like, he got really angry.
That's what I
And
was
kind
saying.
of-
Like,
I didn't want to get angry at him.
yeah, sometimes you'll be like,
Yeah.
what you think you're going to say
Yeah.
versus
What
what
actually
actually
said,
happens
yeah.
is
Yeah.
wrong. Like I've had that a few times.
Yeah. Well, look, what we'll do is we're going to break Fallout it up into
Fall
2 parts. Today being part 1 because
Already getting on.
because
we'll do another part.
we still want to talk about the story and the ending in next week's or next
2
2
weeks.
weeks 2 weeks time actually. Sorry, not next week, the following week because we still got to wait for Tyler to catch up.
Oh, a couple of days will be fine.
Couple of days will be done.
But we want like people.
And-
we don't want to spoil it. So
No, we also we want to give people more time to make sure because there's a lot of content. It takes a lot of time to get through it. I'm at 30 hours, and like I said, I feel like I rushed to get through it, and that was after 30 hours of playtime. So we want to give people that option, and then what we'll do is we'll talk more about the story and the ending. Did the ending grip us? Did we? What were our thoughts on the ending? And then maybe give like a review, like a final rating type thing. So we'll leave that for now. Fallout. Moving on to the next segment. There's something that an idea that I had that I wanted to sort of bring into the podcast is like a community engagement section. So each week, or what I want to do is play sort of, an indie game and sort of talk about who like a particular, developer, small time developer trying to get sort of, I guess, exposure for their game. And this week I've actually came across a game called Fabric. So it's a 50 meg download. It's a demo. It's pure development in development at the moment, and it's actually currently going through Steam's Greenlight program. If you don't know what the Steam's Greenlight program is, it's where small indie developers or put their game forward and the community go in and actually kind of go, I like this game, vote, and then you vote towards certain games, and Steam would then release it onto that platform.
Oh, so it's
you to
not
go
like a
and actually-
Kickstarter. It's more of a just...
No,
like
it's
a fund thing.
It's for if you were to say if you were making games instead of music,
Yeah.
you could upload your game to Steam, and the community can go in and have a look at it and go, that game sounds pretty cool.
Put it in store.
Vote,
Yeah.
and then whoever gets the most votes at the end of whatever time period, Steam go, okay, let's actually publish this on Steam so people can go and buy it.
good idea,
and
yeah.
whatnot.
It's a nice idea.
So it gives people, Steam's giving them developers a chance to make it. So what this game is, it's actually a first-person puzzle game. And what you're actually required to do is bend and squeeze and shift platforms that's made up of voxel boxes. And your goal is to sort of reach the end of the level, essentially. So you got to get from A to B. And in doing so, you're moving the environment around you to reach the end of the level. And each level is a puzzle. So what you actually get quite early on is sort of like, a gun. And what that gun actually does, it doesn't shoot anything. It just joins certain blocks together.
Right.
And when you do that, you actually have platforms that come together. Okay. So then you can sort of cross massive gaps that would otherwise
Sounds
fall.
a bit like Portal.
It's exactly right. That was my first thoughts when playing this. It was very Portal-like, trying to get from A to B, but in a
Without a portal.
puzzle, puzzle fashion. So when it's got different dynamics where you start off with kind of going, here's a platform, on one side of the map, or here's another one on the other. Big gap in the middle. You can't jump it.
Yep.
So you click this red box and you click that red box with your gun, and the two platforms move together. You walk across and get to the next thing. Now, moving into the more difficult levels, you can do things where there's multiple red boxes. So you're going to bring multiple platforms together, and you can also then squeeze platforms and mesh them together so they become one giant one. There's things like power sources where you can't actually activate a red box until you cut off a power supply and all this type of thing. Obviously completely 3D. So I thought it was actually quite a clever game. And
Sounds quite original.
Yeah, it was I haven't seen anything like it in terms of puzzle games. Like I said, it's a very small game at the moment. The developer's called Torreng, Torreng. And this is a game I found off a website called Game Jolt. Now, the Game Jolt is a website where they allow small-time developers to upload their games. And there's thousands of them where people can go in and it's, follow, rate, and all this type of thing, give feedback, give support for, developers. Similar to like what we're doing now, podcasting is, they're just small time getting their stuff out there.
So this game at the moment is like in an early access, like a pre-alpha or something like that?
Pretty much. It's a demo version only.
Yeah.
It's got, I think it was around 20 levels.
Okay.
I think I got to, I want to actually do a video on it, which we will put on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel at the moment is still in the making. That's going to be coming out very, very soon, where we want to put video clips and upload stuff from what we do. And this is actually one I want to do a video on. I thought it was a lot of fun to play. It was very quick. Like 50 meg download, very small. If you want to check it out, I'd recommend going across to the Game Jolt website. I will post some links probably on our Facebook and Twitter. So if you did want to check it out, the link will be there for you to go and download. I just thought it was a very original idea. It's very original in its how you sort of, complete the levels and whatnot. So I had a lot of fun with it, and I think this particular developer of this Fabric.
So it's Fabric, and it's www. Was it
Game Jolt?
Game Jolt.
So Game
.com.
Jolt JOLT is the website where you can actually go and find like thousands of indie games where people have just chucked up, kind of go have some fun, give some feedback. So I'll definitely get some stuff on our YouTube channel once it's there.
See that. Yeah.
Sounds good.
It was very interesting. So if Torreng, you're listening, I think keep it up. I think that was
Good
it was
work.
a fun game.
Good work to all game developers out there.
Absolutely. So that's one thing I want to do maybe each week is do like an indie game of the week.
Yeah.
Talk about other games that we've come across and give some people some shout outs.
Props.
Yeah.
Finish up with this.
Yes.
We've got our first question tweeted into us.
Oh, okay.
So we want to do, like, if anyone listening, if they want to put a question to us, you can message us on our Facebook site, or you can tweet us at GV Podcast, and we'll try and read it out on the show and see what we think. So got the first one here. I still want to throw this one at Tyler, actually.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So you've only seen this, we haven't.
I haven't. Yeah, these guys haven't seen this, so I just thought. So this is from Thrillho.
Thrillho.
Yeah,
Great name.
yeah. Dear GB Podcast, with Fallout 4 out, I've clocked up a lot of hours of playtime. My GF isn't happy and asked me not to play so much. What should I do?
Break up with her.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, this is not even... That's pretty obvious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Done.
It's problem solved.
Yeah.
Next segment.
Relationship
Tough
advice with
one there,
Tyler.
Thrillho.
Look, I think if you're going to be in any stable relationship, you need lines and you need boundaries. You have hobbies, and so does she.
Yeah, get
What's
her
she
a-
doing? What's her hobby?
Get her a hobby,
Yeah.
and get her off doing that. Maybe send her to the gym or something, and then you can play. You can
Go and
play
lose some
Fallout.
weight while I play Fallout.
Get her into spin or CrossFit. Girls love CrossFit. Send her off to the
Do they love CrossFit? Do they love?
They love telling
guys
people that they do
front-
CrossFit.
Okay, all right, okay.
In any case, Thrillho, good luck to you.
yeah,
Keep
so-
playing Fallout.
Yeah,
Don't let her tell you what to do.
Yeah, definitely don't let her.
That being said, I've been single for most of my life. So
Look, think of it this way: the more you play, the quicker you're going to get to the end of the game. The quicker you get to the end of the game,
Like that logic.
the more time you're going to spend with her.
Yep.
It is in your best interest for your girlfriend to let you play Fallout.
Yep.
It is in her
Or-
best interest.
Or just break up with her and you'll have all the time you want to
Yeah.
play it.
I like my advice.
Whatever. Either one works. So,
Take it as you please.
I mean, I have a girlfriend. I don't necessarily am agreeing with that, but it's, I don't know what she looks like.
You can
so.
either the more you play it, the quicker you can get
We
back
need
to it, or break up with
we
her.
need a photo to see what she looks like before we decide if you should break up.
Oh my god!
I guess the real win-win for everyone is get your girlfriend into playing Fallout as well.
I have been working.
that's a good one.
I've been working on that for the last
never gonna
6
happen.
years with mine.
Yeah, never
It's
gonna
not
happen.
going to happen.
I've known one girl in my life who I've been with who enjoyed playing games as much as I did, and that was good fun while it lasted. Didn't last long for reasons I won't go into, but it was great. And if you can find one of those, hold on to them.
Oh jeez. Yes, that would also be then. I think the mystery answer there. Get
Yeah.
her into gaming,
Find yourself a gaming
So
girl.
we're not going to give you,
and then
sort
she'll
of-
break up with you.
we're not going to give you good, life advice.
Oh,
We're just going to
certainly
give
not
you
from me.
we're just going to give you gaming advice, and that's going to be how can you play more games?
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to tell you.
My question to the world is, where are all these gaming girls?
There seems to be a lot
Get
of
in
pictures.
touch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they exist.
They do exist. I've met a
said
few
you
of them.
You've met one in your whole life.
She was good value. But
Maybe we were just in the wrong city.
Maybe. They must be out there. Anyway.
Korea.
Korea. No.
Okay. Okay. Look, this is gonna.
So we're gonna remember. So Twitter us at
Yeah.
at GV Podcast, and we will read out your questions.
Yeah. So if you,
Don't take it seriously if you want to have a job and a girlfriend and stuff, because we're never going to give you good advice in that respect.
Yeah.
it's going to be comedic advice. No way should we be listened or
I
trusted.
didn't say it was comedic. I was just it's
Oh,
serious.
you were serious.
Well,
Oh, you
no,
were
no.
serious.
Well, sort of.
Okay. All right. Look. So
I have a girlfriend as well.
If
so.
you do have any questions, or if there's anything at all you want to share with us, in-game picture of something that's happened,
Send us a photo of your girlfriend playing Fallout.
That's you might as well go take a picture of a unicorn. I think.
Well, either or.
Yeah.
Either or.
So if you have questions or you want to post us anything on our Facebook, you can just search Facebook for Games Vault. You can catch us on Twitter as well. As Brett said, our handle is @GV Podcast. There is a YouTube channel coming as well, which hopefully will get sorted out in the coming days.
We'll have it by next episode. Probably.
Yeah, hopefully. I do Let's Plays on YouTube. I do have a channel which is quite small at the moment, but we're going to merge that into our Games Vault podcast, have it under one banner. So you're going to get some Let's Plays from me.
like it.
We're also going to look to possibly upload our podcasts onto YouTube as well, with background gameplay going on, just to give you an idea of what is the game that we're sort of talking about as well.
We could do that with Altered Beast.
Or our
first video.
retro
gaming videos.
gaming night.
Good thing, because Altered Beast, you could do them. They'll be real quick. Just
Yeah.
because
You can show us how to pass it.
Yeah.
Well, I can't pass. I get the end boss is really difficult.
I'll see how we go.
Okay.
Get Michael White
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
I have about half a bottle of Jack's, and I think I get better
Yeah.
because I get less panicky.
To a point,
Yeah.
yeah.
So once that YouTube channel is up and running, we'll keep you posted through Facebook and Twitter to let you know about it. So look, if you like our content, once again, please subscribe. It would absolutely mean the world to us, and really appreciate any feedback and reviews you can give us. The more feedback and support we get, the more we can continue to improve the show. In our next show, we will be having a special guest join us. He will be coming in to talk about, he does a lot of indie reviews.
He plays indie games and he reviews for a website, which
Cool.
I don't know what it is at the moment, but I'll find out what that is.
Okay, so we actually have someone who officially...
He's a proper reviewer.
There you go. Our first actual professional that joins the show.
Right.
will
I didn't say
become-
professional.
Okay, we have...
Yeah.
And he
We have a
plays some
dude
sort of stupid email game.
So Chris is not going to be here next week.
No, I will not
Why
be
is that,
here.
Chris?
Yeah.
Apparently someone wanted to get married. so-
Apparently,
Thrill
getting
Ho?
married is more important than this.
I know.
So
Are you Thrillho, Chris?
No, I'm not through
Oh,
ho.
no.
I wasn't secretly trying to get my question in there.
So Chris is choosing.
no, so-
Chris is choosing the wedding over the podcast, and obviously that sickens,
not
sickens
unfortunately,
me.
not unfortunately.
So, is your fiance listening to this?
Probably not. So we'll have a special guest sit in my chair for the next episode, and then I'll be back for then the following one where we're going to finish off our Fallout discussion because Tyler's going to finish Fallout.
And we're going to
Yes.
do next week. We're going to do Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Oh, I'm going to play
Okay.
that.
We're going to
soon
get into
too.
that.
Beautiful.
And we still want to do a proper Google Cardboard review, but we keep sort of
We just keep-
doesn't happen.
yeah,
we keep
yeah.
running out of time, so
It will
we'll
happen.
get to it.
Yeah, there's just so much we want to do in one episode, or there's so much to do in one episode that we will get there eventually. But look, thank you very much for listening to episode 2. We actually came back to do another one, which is
Still
scary.
here.
We're still here, but had a lot of fun. Any last words from you guys?
No, thank you for tuning in.
Thanks and subscribe and all that.
Yeah,
Yep.
sounds
Done.
about right.
All right.
Oh, thanks,
later.
and keep on gaming.
Cheers.
Thanks for listening to the Games Vault podcast. Keep gaming, and we'll see you soon.